What's up, guys? Welcome back to RAR Garage. On today's little video, we're pretty much just going to talk about the cars a little bit and future projects. As you can see, we pretty much got Juggs all up in good shape. There's a few things that I have to finish up on it. I got to get me a brake master cylinder. Mine decided to stop, lock up. I think the rubbers in it, the O-rings are bad. For future and other things, Juggs is pretty much going to be our nice little race car. We're going to do what we can to make it go faster, but seeing that this is her first car, we're pretty much just going to see where it sits as a baseline. We have my 2003 Audi A4, in which it's set up on Fuel Tech right now. I had quite a little bit of a mistake with it, I guess you would say. We were doing a little bit of tuning, get a little bit of bass tuning in it, and went down the road and seen 60 pounds of boost and destroyed number 2 cylinder, in which I haven't pulled it apart yet. But number 2 cylinder isn't firing. It's being weird. Smokes like crazy, so either it blew through the rings or I'm not too sure. Well, I guess we can have us a little seat up in here. Oh, she's kind of tore up a little bit, but yeah, she's in halfway decent shape. The guy I bought it from has sat out in his yard for the longest time. But as we got us the little FT550 Fuel Tech management system. My personal opinion, it is a great standalone ECM. Absolutely love it. Easy to work with, easy to tune. But yeah, this is my Quattro, and by the way, she is all-wheel drive. And my goals with this one is to roughly get around 400 horsepower. Or my bad, 700 horsepower. Alright, to bring you around to the front of the car, show you what's going on up here for a little bit and see what we got going on here. Now, we do have a eBay special aftermarket turbo, in which eventually one day I would love to upgrade it and do something better. It's got, let's see, rods, pistons, crank, and then I guess these little deals right here, these are red tops, in which they're a little higher voltage coils for VW and Audi. Eventually I'm going to build me a new custom intake and try to get a little more horsepower out of it, in which the only reason why I'm going to build me a custom intake is because we have this little teeny tiny throttle body here, and it doesn't like to gulp a lot of air. And for my purposes of what my end goal is, to making about 700 horsepower out of this motor until it either stays together or comes apart, is pretty much my goal. And we'll get to that in later dates. Moving on, this is going to be our towing truck, in which this is my grandfather's truck, and he recently passed away, in which this was given to me by him and the family. Everybody decided that I could get the truck, which it is a 1989 Ford F350 dually. It's got the naturally aspirated 7.3 in it. Currently right now, the return line for the injectors kind of, well, let's just say we had some lovely little squirrels decide they wanted to eat it all. In which she leaks a little diesel, but she still runs. But it has the sidewinder kit on it, so it's naturally aspirated with a turbo, and Banks makes it, in which is called their sidewinder. Behind me is my daily, in which this one is in progress. Eventually I want to put a nice cam in this one and do some other stuff to it. I'm not really sure what I want to do to it, but I want to do something to it. Despite that anyways. But my main goal and next project is going to be my 2003 Audi. I pretty much started on it, but now I got to pretty much yank the motor back out, find out what went wrong with it. I guess why I do that, I'm probably going to update the clutch on it. What else are we going to do to it? Oh, put a better fuel system in it. I got another fuel pump for it that's 140 gallons per hour. Let's see, I got, what are they, 660 injectors in there. Don't know what brand they are. Been trying to search and try to figure out what brand they were, because when I put it into the fuel tech, for some reason I think that they're bigger than 660s or 630s, because I'm still getting a really rich when I'm almost turning off the injectors. So either I got to go in and put a different data in it for the injectors for more flow, or I don't know. That's at a point that we'll come to when we try to figure it out. Last little updates on Juggs is I got to finish up doing the transmission tunnel, seatbelt, 5-point harness on the passenger side, finish her dash, in which none of this is really stopping us from racing it, or at least taking it down the track anyways. I got to build the cover for the fuel tank, because from their regulations that it has to be covered and away from the driver, in which it's got to have a wall or some way to contain it away from the driver, in which that's the last thing that I got to do before I can actually take it to the track. On that, all right, to get back on track, we're going to go right back to talking to the F350. To give you guys a little bit of walk around with the F350. And I mean, currently I can't show you the back of the truck. It's kind of a mess. All my kids' stuff is on the top of it, but we can give you a show around on the inside. She's pretty clean for an 89. She's a good little truck. My papa absolutely loved it. It's a good pulling truck. We figured that, you know, back in the day, my grandfather used to drag race, and so does my grandmother. And of course, in his older age, he kind of got out of it. But in a way, to me, this feels like that if I use this truck as, our tow it to the track car, tow our cars to the track, this would be a good way of taking my grandfather back to the racetrack. All right, and then let's talk more about future projects. I have another identical, well, I wouldn't say identical, but it is an A4, but that one originally was front wheel drive. It wasn't a Quattro. I have another one just like this, in which my goal is, when I get all these other little projects out of the way, in between, I want to start building it, in which I want a full tube chassis. That's going to be a video to watch. And I'm up to decide what I want to do with it. Now, I don't know if I want to put an LS in it, or if I want to put a small block 350 in it. I'm turning more towards a LS, in which I could think I would get more tunability out of an LS in that car, because my goals are to make it to like the LS Fest, and I want to do like the Rocky Mountain Race Week and Sick Week, in which Sick Week is close to me. It pretty much comes right through my neck of the woods, and my goal is to eventually get there. I don't know about Juggs yet. I figured in the next couple of weeks or so that we might get some testing on it, run it down the track a couple of times. That's my goal. I'm trying to get there. Low on fundage, but it's working there. I'm getting it, and pretty much that's the gist of it, guys. I want to keep the small block in here. I want to see how much horsepower I can get out of the small block. And I know everybody else is, you know, they've already made so much horsepower, blah blah blah, but I want to go with new technology like fuel injection and change it up a bit and see how far I can make it go, especially in Juggs. Once we get her used to driving it and wanting to go faster, I think that would be our time to start innovating and doing different things to the motor and the car to make it better and make it funner for her to drive and funner for us to go to the events with. I do want to take my own car, so it could be, you know, both of us going, but at this point right now it's her car, because most of my cars are already broken, or I broke them before I got to. But that's it. Future videos to come. I mean, I haven't figured out what next one I want to do. I think I'm gonna start on the Audi and start pulling the motor out of it and see exactly what went wrong with it. I'm hoping that it's an easy fix. If not, most likely gonna have to bore the motor, redo it, and go from there. Oh, by the way, I wanted to introduce a person for you. This is my fiance. She's going to be the one that's driving the Juggs, in which this was built for her. By the way, anyways, say hi.
Hey y'all.
She's going to be the one driving Juggs, and when I say in the videos all the time I prefer to her, that's who I'm preferring to. And she's going to start trying to be more into the videos with us. Before it used to be just me, but we're going to start innovating her into it. Of course, you guys are going to be seeing her driving, so when the videos come out, that we can get her reaction too with driving the car and the good races. She'll be my feedback for the car, but this car intentionally was built for her. I'm pretty sure you guys guessed it with all the pink and black and everything. Anyways, she is a breast cancer survivor, so she decided she wanted to go with pink. And I tried my hardest to innovate all the pink I could with it. You guys will get future videos of when we do the valve covers and, you know, all the other little things with the breast cancer banners. Other than that, I just wanted to let y'all know, you know, who the person was that I keep talking about. And there you go. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below. I try to read everybody's comments and write back to you guys. For future picks and stuff and future car builds, I would love you guys' feedback to what we could do with it, how we could build it. Any of that sort would be amazing.